Hey guys, I have no idea if anyone's going to be interested in a video like this, but I kind of wanted to do it because I thought it'd be fun. A year ago, we were kind of blessed with the Super Mario 64 rumors, and we all knew they were going to carry over into Zelda's 35th anniversary. And again, these are some of my favorite videos to make. I try to think outside of the box and come up with stuff that you guys haven't seen before. Like this year with the Zelda 35th anniversary, I did the split timeline bundles, and the people who did watch that video told me, Nintendo is never going to do that, so good call. Last year, I did the top 5 Mario games I want remade, so check that out. People went straight for what was realistically going to happen, and I went for like off the wall stuff. I said like Mario Party DS or something like that. I just was talking about games I've never played and games I'd like to have experience on the Switch. But this was my Super Mario 64 want list because it was pretty much a done deal that Super Mario 64 was going to be made. Though at the time, I think Galaxy was the game everybody thought was 100%. And we kind of watched the rest of it fall into pieces. By the time this video came out, which was July 20th, I'm not sure if we had a good idea or not, which it's kind of fitting. We're coming up on a year of this video. So let's just kind of see. This video is 18 and a half minutes long. I don't know how I'm going to cut it up because I don't really want a 20-minute long video. So I may just cut out some of the fluff and kind of hit the highlights and just kind of see. But I hesitated on making this video because I'm pretty sure I went 0 of 5. I think every one of my predictions was wrong. Again, I tried to think outside of the box, and as a result, I think I got 0 for 5. I don't really remember my list. I think it was like a multiplayer functionality, bonus stars or worlds, updated graphics. Oh my gosh, I was just wrong on everything. So without further ado, let's dive in. Let's react or review, whatever you want to say, our Super Mario 64 Remake want list. Alright guys, we are here for a want list kind of video. I've done these in the past, but Super Mario 64 30th anniversary, people are hyping this up to honestly crazy proportions. I feel
Which
like
they were.
myself included, but I feel like the hype is getting a little out of control. Supposedly, as long as I get this video out today, which is Sunday, they're talking about the Nintendo Direct or Nintendo Reveal or whatever being tomorrow, Monday.
Which is wrong.
I saw somebody talking about how Link's Awakening is a $60 game and it barely had anything other than a graphical touch-up, and people are thinking that they're going to put all these games into one package, or we're going to get some awesome, just that we're setting ourselves up for failure because these Nintendo ports are never really that great. They're just mostly
We did get them all in one package. There were people who were a little worried about that because Nintendo could see an opportunity to sell each game for $60 a piece or split it up. There was a time when we thought Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine would be a $60 bundle and Galaxy 1 and 2 would be a $60 bundle. We ultimately did get all three, 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy on one bundle.
And that's fair. That's completely fair. And honestly, that's probably true. If anything, I think we're just going to be lucky to get an HD remake of Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine.
Lucky. Keyword there. Lucky.
The first one of my want list is Stars and Mechanics from Super Mario 64 DS. A game that, admittedly, I haven't played that game. But I've seen...
So, since the filming of this video... Let me turn this down a little bit. Since the filming of this video, I have actually got Super Mario 64 DS. I don't think it plays very well, but you do get to play as Yoshi, which is awesome. Obviously, kind of some of the stuff I was talking about did not make it into it because we got a basic, bare bones port. So no playing as Yoshi, no playing as Luigi, no playing as Wario. So...
Mario 64 DS
rough.
because I've never played it, honestly. So I think that would be an awesome way to play it. The next is achievements, like how Odyssey has achievements for getting so many costumes, opening... I don't even
I hate that I
remember what
keep
the
pausing
achievements
it,
are,
but
but basically they have achievements for basically every little
yeah, Toadette gives you these little
grinder
achievements as
on
you go.
Xbox.
I
Nintendo's
don't
never
think
really had
any
a
of the
dedicated
three
achievement.
included achievements. I don't think any 64, Sunshine, or Galaxy got achievements.
Coins in each level, just different stuff. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it can just be a checklist that I can focus on. I remember the checklist in Kirby Air Ride being one of the first games I actually tried to 100%. I
Great game.
did not end up 100% in that game, but it was something I actively was working towards. But without further ado, the first one I have on my list is, I think, kind of obvious, and that's better mechanics and controls. So what I mostly mean by that,
I don't even really play the Super Mario 64 on the Switch, but from what I remember playing, I don't think they improved anything. I mostly am using the collection to play Sunshine, because I feel like Sunshine probably is the game that benefited the most from it. Because Super Mario 64, they left the same, and Galaxy's pretty darn good on the Wii as is, so I'm mostly using it to play Sunshine.
These will probably be some of the first things they fix. If we get the HD
Boy, how wrong was I?
Switch controls, you're talking 2 analog sticks. You can control the camera angle with another analog. Or
speaking of that, the little bit I did play, I never really.
Like Odyssey, but come on.
I didn't play it enough to get good
fuels
with 64 on the Switch.
Better graphics.
Nope.
Because
0 for 2.
there is honestly, realistically, a legitimate chance they probably wouldn't do this, but there is a chance this is just a basic port of Super Mario.
Oh, you
no
don't
HD,
say.
no
There's my
I
only
don't
prediction
think they
I got
would do
right.
that,
No, they would.
but there is a chance
They absolutely
they
would.
do that. Now, if they were to do something like that, I mean, it better be like $10 at most, and just, you know, your bare bones direct.
Okay, the reason I said that $10 is because we were talking about putting it exclusively on the eShop.
Make it.
That's why I said that.
Like, there's nothing really else to say there.
Not sold as a bundle.
This next one, I don't think it's impossible. I just don't think Nintendo will do it, and that's a 2-player co-op. Mario
didn't.
packs have existed for a while now that have enabled co-op mode. You're talking local co-op and online co-op. Bare bones. I mean, people have wanted Luigi in Super Mario 64 forever. Which here's just an additional point. Like
They did give us Luigi in Mario DS.
Piggyback off of Galaxy, where
that's
once
about
you beat
it.
the game, you can play through it as Luigi. Give me that functionality. And
They
you can
didn't.
even give Luigi like his own fluttering mechanics.
At least I haven't heard
or, you know,
anybody say they gave that.
I guess that's more Yoshi, but just that on ice or whatever you want to call it. Like, you can, which you'll see through all of these. I'm just worried Nintendo doesn't have the guts to do it. Not that they couldn't.
Boom. How right was I about
next
that?
up is probably the next most likely, along with better graphics and controls and camera, and that's the ability to play in a classic or HD mode. As I stated, all things on this list up to this
that was a
point,
great
this is the most
idea. Why didn't
likely.
they give us that?
Of the remaining list, this is probably the most likely. An option to
That's
play
probably
with
the best
classic
idea I've had on here.
graphics and maybe even subpar controls, while also having the ability to switch to a brand new HD mode. I can't remember all the games that allow you to do this. Dragon Quest.
I was playing
Dragon
Dragon Quest, I think, at this time.
That allow you to play in
I was kind of blown
the
away by
new
that.
beautiful Switch style, but we also know that retro gaming is very popular, so they enable the 16-bit style or whatever style of its time. So I don't think it's unlikely that
64
they give us
bits?
the ability to play
I think that's what I was looking
and
for.
New HD mode. Now this one, I'd love it, and it's gonna piggyback off of some of our other talking points later on down the road. But that's new hats or Mario powers. So Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 gave us plenty of new power-ups.
Don't think they
which
did
would
that
be
either.
Cool.
Galaxy
Awesome
had amazing
to
power-ups,
see.
though.
I think an obvious. Next up, additional stars in each level. I think this would be a very safe.
I really
thing for
wanted
Nintendo
this
to
one.
do. I'm just not confident they're gonna do
Mario
any of this, so
64
I'm trying to
DS gave us
tell you
extra
guys,
stars and extra levels. Mario Odyssey showed us you can beat a level and then add the little boxes.
You can blame Odyssey if you want, or you can blame not wanting a standard port. But
Both
I
are
think
very
they need to
true.
put elbow a chair. Can play through that classic 120 star Bowser run, unfazed, untampered by modern gaming. And us players
Untampered by modern
after we
gaming.
beat the game through the original
I was very
70 star run.
You want to call it passive aggressive, but I knew what they were gonna do. So yeah, I was passive aggressive, but I was right.
6 more stars and maybe a certain than that. Additional levels. Crazy. The original game had 15 courses plus the cap stages plus some secret courses.
I don't know how many levels the DS remake added. I know it added like some side levels, but come on now. I really think they should have did this. Odyssey didn't even get DLC. I don't know why they're so scared to add content to Mario games, but whatever.
The game a million times to death. This, I'm not saying it's necessary. I'm not saying it's a requirement. Just that I would love Nintendo forever. Like past this, they couldn't do literally anything wrong if they added new stages to this game.
Until this year's Zelda 35th anniversary,
is to work on Mario Odyssey 2. But let's humor ourselves, okay? At the start of this, I was
still waiting on Super Mario Odyssey 2 as of the filming of this. I'm getting wrecked.
The main level, but I tampered expectations and I got it down to maybe we can get 3 new levels. The basement.
3 new levels. The basement.
The main level gets a new floor.
I don't know why I'm saying floor. I mean stage.
I was trying to think of where to put these.
Just put a whole new floor.
Having is that I kept thinking of places in the upstairs you could put it. Like at the very top of the endless staircase, there's a Bowser poster or Bowser painting. You could jump into that and have like a volcano level.
Yep.
Or like a bigger volcano level than
Lethal Lava Land.
Lethal Lava Land. Or in the room where you have to use the mirror's reflection to find the level. There's a lot of paintings upstairs that aren't used for anything.
There's a bunch.
Technically, I guess make entrances, but I couldn't really find anywhere in the basement or the main level to.
The main level's tight.
Check them without removing like a secret
unless you,
area
unless you do the opposite of the aquarium where the extra life is.
A secret area that just has an extra life.
Yeah, look at that.
Get rid of the extra life and put
I had the same exact thought.
Level.
Yep.
One of the levels I was thinking would be really awesome is like a beach level. Okay, so in Mario 64, the underwater levels
suck.
Just aren't good. Not my favorite. In fact,
I still stand by that.
All right, the dogs are running all around.
I ranked the Super Mario 64 levels, and 3 of the bottom 4 were the water levels.
I really love
Jolly Roger's Bay
Take it, Odyssey, Galaxy
is
2,
okay.
Even Sunshine, which I don't particularly like as a game, the aesthetics and the environment.
Yeah.
And
Beaches are still like my favorite level.
Are almost unparalleled. They're almost unmatched by anything Mario's done. So just the quantity, you could just focus on maybe making 3 big levels, like the size of Odyssey levels.
Why do I even talk like this?
Have like 50 moons or 6 stars. It can be somewhere in the middle, like 10 stars or something like that. I don't know. I just really like this idea. But
I still
one
do.
last possibility, because I still don't even think those 2 are very likely, is to channel Inner New Super Mario Bros. And add a bonus secret world after you beat the game. And you can add qualifications like, in the other ones you have to like touch the flagpole and get all the stuff. That's my list. I did remember the last thing, and that's add the randomizer in it. I watch a lot of randomizers, a lot of Nintendo fan channels, and they're all talking about.
Shout out to Attacking Toucans.
Really harness like Ocarina of Time randomizer, Mario 64 randomizer, and I think that would be just really cool. Maybe after you beat the game, you unlock a randomizer feature, and that way the game just never ends. You pop in like a random seed file, it randomly generates a bunch of stars. Bada boom, bada bang. You have like 100 different playthroughs of this game. I don't know. I don't think any one thing I mentioned is unreasonable.
And they weren't.
I think since this is Nintendo and people just already have their doubts. I mean, there are people who might possibly believe that we're going to just get the game ported over. Like
There's still people who believe that the wing wasn't even true.
I don't think that's completely out of the question. I just don't think Nintendo is going to hurt us that badly. They might. But
they might.
I don't think they will. But I think we're just going to get an HD port of this game. But this is my want list.
Nope.
This is what Nintendo could do with this Super Mario 64. I don't think a single thing is unreasonable. But I just don't think they're going to do it. Whether that's they want to hype up Odyssey 2 or they want to hype up Breath of the Wild 2. I just don't know why they're making a big deal about this Mario 64 anniversary if it's just going to be HD ports. You know, like Spyro got an HD port like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. No for $30.
Just good games, you know. So if that's Nintendo's angle, is
Or
just
40.
an HD remake, it's whatever. I hate to even say this out loud, but if Nintendo did DLC for Mario 64, gave us a couple of courses like that, I know I sound like a sellout or a traitor, but I just want to go explore Princess Peach Castle.
They're not giving us Super Mario Odyssey 2 yet,
I
so
love Mario 64.
can't blame a
but
guy.
I played it to death. I want new. I will buy it and play it again just for that HD experience. But I want a little more meat on the bone.
Slow down
I
there,
don't
buddy.
know if we're gonna get it. But that's it, guys. Let me know down below.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. I really love this video. I really do. I'm kind of glad we decided to react to it a year later, basically, and I think I was spot on everything I said. I tried to think outside the box. I tried to take the best of what the community has done with the game over the years and with the randomizer and even what Nintendo has done. They have remade this game, and it had some wonky controls, but they added stars and characters and levels, and they did none of that. I mean, they didn't even do an HD port of it. It's truly mind-blowing. It is not the selling point for that collection. I think getting Galaxy probably is the selling point for that collection, or Sunshine if that's your thing. I still stand by that they were too big of chickens. They should have went out on a limb, I think. The idea of being able to play in HD or in 64 bits, I think, was an amazing idea. I was playing Dragon Quest at the time, I think, and that's kind of where I got the idea from because I knew people were going to be sour. And the idea to have like an untampered version of the game where you could get all 120 coins, you could still do speed runs, you could still have the game unaltered, right? And then when you beat it, have like the boxes from Odyssey show up or whatever it would be in this, or the secret world. That way you could do the 120 stars and have it be exactly the way you remember it, and then boom, after you beat the game, there's like a whole second game. I still stand by all that stuff was great ideas. Nintendo really missed the mark as far as stuff they could have done, and that's why it's a real shame. Now, at the end of the day, I do enjoy the collection. I have liked playing Sunshine on it. Again, that's what I've mostly been using it for. Though I've taken a break is just I've gotten more Switch games since this has come out. But I will ultimately return to it. Jessica and I want to do some streams with it, so we'll revisit it for sure. I'm glad it exists. I'm happy it's there. I have all three of those games on the go whenever I want them, and for that, that's awesome. I don't know if I have any other videos I want to react to right now. I do think this is a fun format. Next year, we probably will react to some of our Zelda takes because we have had some fun ideas, I think, with the Zelda remake. And after Skyward Sword comes out, I think we'll have a better idea. So if there happens to be a video of mine you would like me to react to, kind of give you some director's commentary or just look back on whether I was right or wrong about something, I think that could be fun. I just really don't know what videos to do. There's the Smash DLC one we could do. I don't know. That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What was this time like for you guys? Because Super Mario 64 was my favorite game for a long time. So, and then Galaxy was my favorite game for a long time. So the build-up of this was ultimately outrageous, and I'm glad we can look back on it kind of fondly, kind of memorably, a little disappointed, a little excited. I'm glad we have YouTube as a time capsule. It's one of the reasons I love doing this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I cut it in a way that's reasonable. I didn't want to pause it a lot, so I talked over myself. I tried to turn me down. I don't know if that's confusing and grating. I don't know if I should just pause every time and maybe make it a longer video. I don't know. That's it. Guys know I love my long-winded outros. Again, always leave me recommendations for these talking head style videos. They can be from collecting to gaming and just about anything in between. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.